Ladies and gentlemen, every single one of us wakes up each day with two choices: to let the day control us or to rise up and control the day. The truth is, greatness doesn't happen in one big moment. It's built in the quiet, ordinary hours of everyday life. Success is not luck. It is not a gift. It is not reserved for a chosen few. It is a daily decision, a daily discipline, and a daily mindset. Today, I want to share with you the keys that can transform the way you live, the way you grow, and the way you chase your dreams. This is not about empty motivation or quick fixes. This is about real life-changing principles that, if applied, will make you unstoppable. By the end of this message, you'll understand why small habits matter more than giant leaps, why discipline will always outlast motivation, why faith in the process is the secret ingredient to lasting success, and how even your failures can become fuel for your growth. Your sense of growth. You'll discover how vision gives your life meaning, and why the people you surround yourself with and the mindset you carry can make or break your future. So I invite you, don't just listen with your ears, listen with your heart. Because what you're about to hear is not just another speech, it's a roadmap, a challenge, and a wake-up call to step into the best version of yourself. Stay with me until the end, because one thought, one sentence, one idea in this message could be the spark that changes the direction of your entire life. The power of small daily habits is often underestimated because people look for dramatic breakthroughs, life-changing events, or sudden opportunities that will transform everything in an instant. But the truth is, success and growth are rarely the result of one massive decision. They are built on the quiet, consistent choices we make every single day. Every great achiever you admire didn't just wake up one day at the top of their game. They built a foundation brick by brick, habit by habit, day after day. When you wake up and commit to one small discipline, like reading a few pages of a book, exercising for 20 minutes, or practicing gratitude, you might not see the effect instantly. It seems too small to matter in the moment, but compounded over time, these small habits create an unstoppable force that shapes character, builds resilience, and forges success. Imagine two people starting in the same place. One chooses to grow a little each day, the other chooses comfort and ease. At first, there is no visible difference, but weeks, months, and years later, the gap between them is massive. That is the power of consistency. Small daily habits are like planting seeds. You don't plant a seed today and expect a tree tomorrow. You nurture it, water it, protect it, and allow time to do its work. Each act of discipline is a drop of water on the seed of your future. Most people fail because they underestimate the value of these tiny, consistent actions. They get impatient, they quit, or they try to do everything at once and burn out. But when you learn to value small progress, you realize that every day offers you the chance to get one step closer to the life you want. Success is not about intensity for a short period. It is about persistence over the long run. When you embrace small habits, you begin to transform your identity. You no longer see yourself as someone who is waiting for motivation or luck. You become the kind of person who shows up daily, regardless of circumstances. This shift in identity is powerful because it moves you from hoping to becoming. Success then becomes not something you chase, but something you grow into. It's not the big things you do once in a while that define you. It's the little things you commit to every single day, even when no one is watching. That's how greatness is built silently, consistently, and unshakably. Discipline over motivation is the key to long-term success because motivation is a feeling, and feelings are temporary. Motivation is like a spark. It can get you started, but it cannot sustain you through the storms of life. There will be mornings when you wake up tired, when the weight of your challenges feels too heavy, when the excitement of your goals fades away. In those moments, motivation will not be enough. What carries you forward is discipline, the decision to do what needs to be done regardless of how you feel. Discipline doesn't wait for the perfect mood, the right time, or the ideal circumstances. It simply shows up. When you learn to lean on discipline instead of motivation, you build a foundation that cannot be shaken by emotions or distractions. Think about athletes, soldiers, or successful entrepreneurs. They don't rely on whether they feel like it today. They train, work, and push forward because discipline has become part of their identity. Discipline is the bridge between dreams and reality. the link between goals and achievements. It requires sacrifice, it demands focus and an insistency, but in return, it gives you results that motivation alone can never produce. Motivation is what inspires you to start a workout, but discipline is what gets you to the gym every day. The gym every day. Motivation makes you excited to write the first page of a book, but discipline is what completes the manuscript. Motivation may bring you to the door, but discipline is what forces you to walk through it over and over until you reach your destination. Discipline also teaches you control over yourself. It trains your mind to command your body, to silence the excuses, to push through resistance. Every time you act with discipline, you strengthen your willpower and remind yourself that you are in charge, not your fleeting emotions. Over time, this builds a kind of inner strength that no external setback can destroy. Success in any field is not given to the most talented or the most excited, but to the most disciplined. It's the person who keeps showing up, keeps grinding, keeps moving forward, even when no one is watching and no applause is given. Discipline may not feel glamorous, but it is the silent force that turns ordinary individuals into extraordinary achievers, and it is the one trait that guarantees growth even when motivation has long disappeared. Faith in the process is one of the most important principles when it comes to success and growth, because results are never immediate. We live in a world that glorifies quick wins, overnight success stories, and instant gratification, but real growth doesn't happen that way. Growth is invisible at first, like the roots of a tree spreading deep into the soil before the trunk ever rises above the ground. The process demands time, patience, and trust, and without faith in it, most people give up before the rewards begin to show. Faith means believing that the effort you put in today, even when it feels unnoticed, will eventually pay off. It's the quiet confidence that while progress might be slow, it is still progress. Every journey to success is filled with stretches where nothing seems to change. You may work hard for weeks or months and not see the results you expected. That's when frustration creeps in and doubt begins to whisper that maybe the effort isn't worth it. But those who achieve greatness understand that this waiting period is part of the process. The work you do during these unseen seasons is laying a foundation for breakthroughs that may surprise you later. Faith in the process gives you the strength to keep going when your results don't match your effort yet. It allows you to plant seeds of discipline and commitment today, knowing that the harvest will come if you don't quit too early. This faith also requires humility, because you accept that the timeline is not always under your control. You cannot rush growth, but you can continue to show up faithfully every day. Just like a farmer who plants crops doesn't dig them up each day to see if they're growing, you too must trust that consistent effort, coupled with patience, will bear fruit in due season. The process is working even when you can't see it. Every repetition, every setback, every lesson is shaping you into the person capable of handling the success you are striving for. Without faith in the process, people chase shortcuts, quit at the first obstacle, or compare their journey to others and lose hope. But with faith, you stand firm in the belief that your hard work is not wasted, that your path has purpose, and that persistence will eventually meet opportunity. It's this trust in the unseen that allows ordinary people to endure long enough to achieve extraordinary results. Turning failures into fuel is a mindset that separates those who succeed from those who give up. Failure is often viewed as an ending, as a signal that you are not capable, or that your dream isn't meant for you. But in reality, failure is simply feedback. It's life's way of teaching you what doesn't work so you can discover what does. Every successful person has a trail of failures behind them. Not because they were weak or unprepared, but because they had the courage to try, to risk, and to step outside of their comfort zone. Failure is not the opposite of success. It is part of success, and those who learn to embrace it gain an advantage that others never will. When you fail, you gain knowledge that no book or motivational speech can give you. You discover your weaknesses, your blind spots, and the areas you need to improve. This awareness becomes fuel because it allows you to refine your strategy and grow stronger. Each setback, if looked at correctly, carries within it the seed of a greater comeback. Some of the greatest inventions, businesses, and careers were born out of repeated failure. What mattered was not the number of times someone fell, but the number of times they chose to rise again with new wisdom. Turning failure into fuel also builds resilience. Life will test you, and dreams will demand more from you than you expect. If you crumble at the first sign of defeat, you won't last long enough to see success. But if you condition your mind to see failure as training rather than punishment, you become unshakable. Each disappointment then becomes a weight you lift, making you stronger, tougher, and better prepared for the challenges ahead. The pain of failure can either discourage you or drive you, and that choice determines your future. Every time you rise after a fall, you prove to yourself that failure does not define you. It doesn't mean you are not good enough. It means you are still in the process of becoming. Using failure as fuel requires humility to accept mistakes, courage to keep moving, and wisdom to learn the lesson hidden in the struggle. The people who achieve greatness are not the ones who never fail, but the ones who refuse to waste failure. They recycle it into strength, motivation, and clarity, and they keep climbing until the dream that once seemed far away becomes their reality. The power of vision and purpose is what gives direction to all effort and meaning to every struggle. Without vision, people drift aimlessly, working hard but not knowing where their energy is leading them. Without purpose, even success feels empty because it lacks the deeper why that makes achievements worthwhile. Vision is the picture of the life you want to create, the goal that pulls you forward even when the road is tough. Purpose is the reason behind that vision, the fuel that keeps your heart burning when your body feels exhausted. Together, they act as a compass guiding you through distractions, obstacles, and temptations that would otherwise lead you astray. A clear vision sharpens your focus. When you know exactly where you want to go, decisions become easier because anything that doesn't align with your destination loses its power over you. Opportunities that look good but don't serve your vision are recognized as distractions. Challenges that seem overwhelming are endured because the vision on the other side is worth it. Vision gives you clarity, and clarity gives you courage. People without vision get tired quickly because they are walking without a map. People with vision endure pain longer because they know the pain is temporary, but the reward is lasting. Purpose adds meaning to the grind. When your actions are tied to something greater than yourself, whether it's providing for your family, impacting your community, or fulfilling a dream that lights up your soul, the daily struggles no longer feel like a burden. They become a part of your mission. Purpose makes you wake up earlier, stay committed longer, and push harder than those who are only chasing comfort or recognition. It transforms work into passion and sacrifice into investment. Greatness is rarely achieved by those who live without vision or purpose. It is achieved by those who carry a picture in their minds so vivid that they can already see it before it happens, and a reason in their heart so strong that no setback can erase it. When vision and purpose unite, they create unstoppable momentum. You stop living day by day and start living towards something bigger, something meaningful. Vision shows you where to go, and purpose tells you why it matters. With both in place, every step, no matter how small, becomes part of a powerful journey toward the life you were meant to live. Surroundings and mindset matter because no one grows in isolation and no one rises higher than the environment they choose to stay in. The people, places, and thoughts you allow around you shape the person you become. If you surround yourself with negativity, doubt, and mediocrity, it will drain your energy, limit your belief, and hold you back from reaching your potential. But if you surround yourself with positivity, ambition, and individuals who push you to become better, you naturally elevate to a higher level. Success is rarely about talent alone. It is about the influence of the environment combined with the strength of your mindset. Mindset. The company you keep is either pulling you up or pulling you down, and the difference can determine whether you grow or remain stuck. Mindset is equally powerful because it dictates how you interpret the challenges and opportunities that life throws at you. With a negative mindset, every obstacle feels like a wall, and every failure feels permanent. But with a growth mindset, obstacles become stepping stones and failures become lessons. The way you think creates the lens through which you see the world, and that lens shapes your behavior, your confidence, and ultimately your results. A strong mindset gives you resilience when times are tough and humility when times are good. It keeps you grounded in your vision and reminds you that progress is always possible, no matter how small. The combination of the right environment and a strong mindset creates momentum. When you place yourself around people who encourage discipline, celebrate progress, and live with purpose, their energy rubs off on you. When you train your mind to stay focused, grateful, and determined, you gain the inner strength to keep moving forward, even when others would quit. Growth requires both, because even with the right mindset, a toxic environment can wear you down, and even in the best environment, a weak mindset can sabotage your progress. Choosing the right surroundings and cultivating the right mindset is an act of responsibility. It means filtering out voices that feed doubt and inviting voices that inspire growth. It means training your thoughts daily to focus on possibilities instead of limitations. When your environment lifts you higher and your mind is aligned with growth, success becomes a natural outcome. The quality of your surroundings and the strength of your mindset are the soil in which your future is planted, and if you nurture them, they will produce a life of fulfillment and achievement. Success and growth are not born from luck or chance. They are crafted every single day through the choices we make and the principles we live by. It is the small daily habits that quietly build momentum, the discipline that carries us when motivation fades, the faith in the process that keeps us moving even when results are unseen. It is the ability to turn failures into fuel that transforms setbacks into stepping stones, the vision and purpose that guide our steps and give meaning to every sacrifice, and the surroundings and mindset that either push us forward or pull us down. Together, these truths form the foundation of a life that rises above mediocrity and leans into greatness. Your future is not waiting for tomorrow. It is being shaped in the actions you take today. Choose consistency, choose discipline, choose to believe in the unseen, choose to learn from failure, choose to live with vision, and choose to surround yourself with people and thoughts that lift you higher. If you do these things, growth will no longer be a hope, it will become your reality, and success will not just be a destination, it will be a lifestyle. Good luck on your journey. May every step you take bring you closer to your dreams, and may you never forget the power that lies within you to change your life one choice at a time. Thank you for listening, and may your days ahead be filled with strength, focus, and unstoppable growth.